Today we're making sesame balls called Buchi. Hi everyone! Today we're making those Asian sesame balls called Buchi. For the main dough, here's what we're gonna need. 3/4 cup of water, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and 3 cups of glutinous rice flour. For the traditional simple filling, we're gonna be using 1 cup of mung beans, along with 1/2 cup of sugar. For our second filling, we're going to be using some ubi jam or purple yam jam, which is popular in the Philippines. And also we're going to be using a traditional one, which is the red bean paste. So here's the complete list of our ingredients. So in a small pot, we have our water boiling. We're gonna add in our 1 cup of mung beans, and then we're gonna cook it for 30 minutes until they're nice and soft. The point here is we're trying to soften them so much that we're gonna be mashing them. So we'll leave it there for 30 minutes. Make sure to stir it every now and then to make sure everything's getting cooked evenly. Okay, once our mung beans starts to break apart or starts to break and nice and soft, it's time to remove them. So we're going to strain them, and then on the strainer we're going to mash them to remove the skin. Be careful, it's very hot. Now what we're going to do is going to mash it. We're going to do this for probably 2 times. So we're just going to continue doing this until we mash the mung beans, until it's nice and soft. While we're working on our mung beans, we're going to boil about 3/4 cup of water. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then once it's boiling, we're going to turn off the heat and remove it from the heat. What we're trying to do is we're going to make a little simple syrup or a little caramel using the water and the brown sugar. Okay, once it's boiling, turn off the heat. Let's add in our brown sugar. Give it a stir until it's nicely melted. And then we'll just set it aside and let it cool a bit. Okay, so let me show you what I got here. What we're trying to do here is push the mung beans through the strainer, but since my strainer is very fine, it takes forever to kind of get that. But the goal here is you're trying to get the smooth mung bean filling out of it. Since I'm having wrist problem right now, I can continue it, but you get the idea. So once you push the meat from the mung beans, it'll be nice and silky like this. Then what you're gonna do next after this is add in the 1/2 cup of sugar and stir it well until well combined. And this is gonna be the mung bean filling, the traditional way. Okay, now we're gonna make our dough. So we have our 3 cups of glutinous rice flour in a large bowl. We're going to gradually add in our sugar syrup or our syrup. So just add a few to kind of get everything going. Once it slowly turns into a dough, we can use our hands. Alright, so our dough is nice and good. What we're going to do next is we're going to roll them into individual pieces. We're going to roll them into a bowl. Try to get them all as close as same size as possible. Also keep in mind, when you fry this, they will expand. So if you think you're making the balls too big right now, they will still expand. So make sure you just do about a tablespoon worth, if not less. Okay, so we got about 26 pieces of Buchi balls out of that batter. Again, this will vary on how big you make your each serving pieces. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flatten one of them, and then we're gonna stuff it and then roll it into ball. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little flour on our hands so that they don't stick. Then flatten them out into this, kind of like when you're making a pizza. And just add the filling in the middle. Then what you do is you slowly tuck in the ends to close it. Just like that, and set it aside. So let's do another one. Let's add in the mung bean, the paste, and again, close it in. It takes a little getting used to, but you'll get the hang of it once you get a few done. And make sure you close it tight so that when you're frying them, they don't burst out. Okay, so we already rolled out our balls. Now we're gonna coat them with the sesame seeds. So first, we grab one of the balls, roll them in water. Use one hand for the water and one hand for the sesame seed so that you don't make a mess. So just shake them around, coat them. Just go like that, and then put it back on a plate. So continue doing that for the rest of the balls we made. Okay, so we finished rolling our balls into the sesame seed. Now it's time to fry them. So we have our oil here over medium-low heat. We're gonna slowly add in our sesame balls. Remember not to crowd them so that they'll brown evenly. You'll know they're done when they're like nice and golden brown, or if they're floating up to the top. Also keep in mind, if your heat is too high, the outside might be brown, but the inside might still be raw. So make sure your heat is on medium-low. Also make sure to every now and then remove those stray sesame seeds so that you don't get smoke in your kitchen. This should not take long, so right now, see it's nice and golden brown. This is done. Pull it out and let it drain. So here's our finished dish, Buchi. Very time consuming to make, but it is so worth it. So I hope you enjoyed today's recipe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.